everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of our Smoky Mountain Wrestling Podcast. This is Smoky Mountain Wrestling, episode 144 from October the 29th, 1994. And this is Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we're still in the same venue. We're in Morgantown, North Carolina at the Collette Street Rec Center, 450 people in attendance. Sitting here with Doc and Hardbody Harper. Doc's got to go to the urologist today because he's an old white man. Doc, how are you?
Well, back a couple of months ago when I was out and Lance was filling in on the big show, one of the things that I had, it was a medical problem, was I had some kidney stone issues. And hey, you can poke fun at me all you want, but for all the listeners out there that have suffered through a kidney stone, man, it's one of those things. It's like, that ain't nothing to joke about. That's some real pain there. So they did the scan. They're like, you got a bunch more up in there. So I got to go see if they can, maybe I could just get Dirty White Boy to punch me in the kidney and break them all up. So then I could just piss out all the dust.
Oh,
I was messing with you. You didn't have to go into all the specifics so that.
Well, you like to be a heel under cover of a baby face. So I'm just pointing it out there that there was a serious issue that required medical attention. And you like to make fun of that. I thought we were the three-man booth that cared about one another, but okay.
that's fucked up,
great.
Michael.
That's
It
great.
is, man.
Now there's about 50 to 60,000 people out there who now know you have kidney stones. I'm glad you're sharing
Okay,
your medical
great.
history to the world.
It's not like I'm going because I got to come in and make sure that people don't think I got a limp dick and need Blue Chew.
That's from drinking
we're
like
the
a bunch
podca-
of Cokes, huh?
Because I think, first of all, it's hereditary, and every male member of my family's had them, so there's that. Second of all, it could also be from carbonation, not necessarily the Cokes. I don't really drink a lot of Cokes, but as we all know, I like to drink beer, and that's the thing I'm afraid of. I mean, what if they take away my beer? You're gonna find me swinging in by the rafter doing the Von Erich thing.
Well,
Wow.
You could start
That's
vaping.
nice.
I can start what?
Vaping.
Well, I'd have to have a sex change to pull that off.
Oh.
You didn't
Bro,
have to
you
bring up
remember?
the Von Erich
But
thing.
on all seriousness, you remember the Patreon episode from about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, where we rated the top 5 sitcoms and LaFonda's sister was here?
Yes.
Man, when we got off, you remember how loaded I was. I don't even remember cutting that show. But I went outside and they were smoking. Or LaFonda wasn't, but LaWanda was smoking, her sister. And man, I smoked a cigarette that night, and Jesus Christ. That's a nasty habit. Why did we smoke, Harper?
Because the Indians were doing it.
Oh, that's right. Harper, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, bro.
All right. Good to hear it, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I've been out for a while, but Harper's got a T-shirt out there and an awesome video to promote it. So where can they find that video and where can they buy that shirt?
Go on ProWrestlingTees.com. Booking the Territory. Right, Mike?
Yep. You can find the link in the show description of this episode.
There you go. Let's move some merch. We're not here to move Casper mattresses or Blue Chew.
Dick pills.
Yoga DVDs. We're here to move our merch and satisfy you, the patron.
I really wish you would quit saying that company's name because
everybody knows it. Shit.
I don't give a shit. You're giving them free advertisement, asshole.
So you think that by me mentioning their name, I think our listeners are way smarter than you do. I don't think anybody went, oh yeah, I fucking forgot Blue Chew. And then,
Blue Chew.
And then pushed pause on our shit and went to the website. Nobody just did that. No one.
You're still giving them a free plug.
A free plug, but what is that worth?
You're still giving them a free plug. Just say dick pills and get it and just keep it moving.
Yes, sir. Jesus, you're
Christ.
uptight this morning.
Wow.
You
Do
need
you
to
know
get.
how many? Do you know how many people email this show and go, "Hey, you think you can mention X, Y, and Z for me on your show?" I'm like,
No, we can't.
I can't. You know, I mean, to be
We
fair,
don't
if
need
I'm
this shit out. So if something comes out, it's because it was on top of our head at that moment. Now, you need to go ask Sasha for some relief.
People ask you to put their shit over.
yeah, all the time.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm not.
If
And
the-
again,
here-
I'm not trying to
No,
be. I'm
so
not.
here, let me help you out here. If we're putting your shit over, it's harder for us to put our shit over. So
Well, no. It's not that. It's just you got to
It
be
is
fair.
that.
Like if you start doing that for everyone, it's like
Mhm.
everybody.
you did theirs,
starts
why
to
didn't you do
expect it.
mine? I tell you what, why don't you have a patron tier where we'll put your shit over?
I do.
There you go.
And
So we
nobody's
already have a
taking
system in
advantage of it
place
yet.
to handle this. So just refer them to the policy, and we can get back to booking the territory.
Okay, Doc. Thank you for being an asshole to the great people out there.
I'm not. I'm just saying we have clearly put in a plan, a process, and a policy to handle these kinds of requests. If you're the one that's dealing with them all the time, you're just martyring yourself out.
I didn't say I'm dealing with them. I just said, do you know how many requests they come through? That's not saying I deal with it and work through it on a long-term basis or ongoing basis. But anyway, and hey, if you do want to sponsor the show, we'll consider it, and I'll even give that money to Harper and Doc. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'll even do that. Jesus Christ.
Let's keep going. Again, this is episode 144, October the 29th, 1994. Shout out to Disrespect.
I just want to tell you, we're getting close to only having a year left of this shit.
We are exactly 13 months away, I believe, from this date. Not exactly, but basically roughly 13 months away of this promotion left, and that is it, and we will be finished. Let's keep going, though. Again, we're in the same venue, Morgantown, North Carolina. Shout out to Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Kyle Riley, and Mike Childry for their patronage, our largest patron contributors. Let's get into it. So we start the episode. It is Les Thatcher and Jim Ross, as usual. JR announces Ricky Morton will take on New Jack in the main event. Brian Anderson battles for the TV title. Ron Wright is also back this week. We are told Ron Wright is coming out of retirement. Wow. Then they throw us to the ending of last week where Cornette weaseled out of getting his 5 lashes by throwing powder or salt in the eyes of the Dirty White Boy. We also see the ending of the Ron Wright and Dirty White Boy promo from the end of last week. So they basically replay the last couple of minutes of the previous week's episode. Doc, any thoughts from the opening there? As I heard Harper's phone ring, so I'll assume he's on the phone and go to you first.
Yeah, just that they thought they could slide it by us, that they didn't have a hat out there to draw the name for the Beat the Champ title. But I saw that. They just announced who they wanted to announce. That's cool.
That's true, huh? I didn't even catch that.
They sure did. I didn't even think about it until you said it, though. So they did a good job. They got
probably did it last. They probably haven't done it since fucking Bob left.
No, they picked last week, didn't they? Or did they just announce it?
I don't think they did.
They announced it last week, but maybe they didn't pick. Okay.
Right.
Well, it's a wrestling. I mean, we act like this ain't a work anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We will keep going. Any other thoughts, Harper, from the opening? Okay, before we play this promo, because what happens is, remember, I just said they played the replay of Dirty White Boy, Ron Wright, Corny Bedlam from last week. Do we want to talk about what Ron Wright has on here? Because y'all were on a roll before we started recording.
Dude.
Well, he's got the rustlers on.
Yes, he looks like he should have a pack of GPCs in his fucking shirt pocket.
We'll get started on that carburetor in just a minute. Let me light up real fast.
Well, you know what? With them new Japanese cars, they don't last that long.
Your problem's in your manifold. I mean, you got too much intake there, and it's really causing an outflow problem. But hey, once I get this cigarette done, we'll see what we can figure out about that thing. He's standing there with his hands on his hips, a sleeveless black T-shirt, and that watch. Just he's ready to tell you what time it is, if you know what I mean.
He was a bad son of a bitch when he was young too, boy. They say he was a tough bastard. Knock your block off.
What's a bastard?
Bastard.
Bastard.
And ain't that fucking hot, guys?
Are you from Boston?
Not really. Anyway, Ron Wright, for those who can't see, is sitting there with his jeans, his rustlers on. He's got a black sleeveless T-shirt tucked in to his jeans. I don't know if...
Man, if I'm corny, I'm worried, and he ain't even said a word yet.
And I bet he probably served in Vietnam. That's what, like...
Proudly served.
Proudly served in Vietnam.
Boy, he is, man, he's got...
And he loves Ronald Reagan.
He's got that sleeveless...
Now that's what a leader's supposed to do.
He's got that sleeveless tee, though. It's just... 56 years old, you said?
Well,
Doc?
you don't want to get your sleeve caught in the transmission belt there, and these new Japanese models.
All right, that's nice. Any other thoughts on Ron Wright, Hopper?
Nah.
All right, let's listen to their promo. He and Dirty White Boy here with Jim Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you see exactly what transpired. You heard their comments last week. It was certainly an emotional time for you. You've had some time to think about it. What are your thoughts now?
Well, we've had a lot of time to think about it, and what we've thought of is we've talked to the commissioners, the board of directors, and Thanksgiving Thunder, the matchup will be Jim Cornette, Bruiser Bedlam will be stepping in the ring against myself and Mr. Ron Wright. Now, not only is Thanksgiving Thunder, because that match has been signed, a great moment, but it's also great for me because a man that I've looked up to for a long, long time, ever since I was a child, think of him as my own father, is going to be in the ring with me as my tag team partner. And Ron, I promise you, I will take care of Bruiser Bedlam and leave Jim Cornette all to you. And if Jim Cornette tries to break and run out of that building, I will personally run him down, drag his sorry butt back to the ring, and hand him to you.
Appreciate that, brother. Now, let me tell you something, Cornette. I've never looked so forward to anything in my life as this match coming up. I tell you what, I'm going to call this Thanksgiving week. I'm going to call it the Thanksgiving week feast for Ron Wright, because I'm not going to eat no turkey all week. I'm going to annihilate the man down there. I'll tell you, little droopy drawered, puny-looking, pus-bellied, potato-muscled idiot, you, when I get through with you, your own mama's not going to recognize you. You'll load up in an ambulance and they can take you out of there, because whatever the hell it takes to do, I'm going to get down there and rub your nose in the mat and break your face all over that number 12 fist, and me and the Dirty White Boy's going to walk out of there two happy men. You can take that to the bank and bank on it, brother.
It sounds to me like somebody's going to get a good old-fashioned East Tennessee dog whooping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup that will be at Thanksgiving Thunder. We've got action for you. Don't you go away.
He said, you can take that to the bank, brother. Doc,
why is it a dog whooping? Why you got to whip on dogs?
That might be your lamest joke ever on this show.
I'm asking a serious question. Why is it got to be whipping dogs? What did dogs do?
Popcorn.
We can just quit if you want, or we can talk about the fact that Ron Wright is reverse aging.
Maybe so. Doc, anything else?
Okay, fine.
The dog
You're the boss.
The dog whooping joke is just lame. But anyway. Doc, anything else?
No, I'm done.
He's mad. Harper, what'd you have from this?
He's fucking ready. But he can't move, though, huh?
I can't remember if they show it on the TV. Do you remember?
That's
Doc,
what I'm saying. I can't picture him even doing anything.
I've seen the footage, but it's the stuff Tommy Noe sent me from Knoxville, I believe. So I've seen the footage of Ron's quote-unquote match, but I can't remember if they air it on the actual television show, like what they show for Thanksgiving Thunder. But I mean, he's not like spry and mobile. I don't think he'll be doing too much. So I don't know what they show on the TV from him. But Doc, do you recall? Yeah, he's not going to talk now. So we got Scott Studd. I'm sorry, Harper. Do you have anything else from that?
Nah.
We got Scott Studd versus Brian Anderson. Doc's face turn lasted all of A week or two, it seems, at this point. Scott Studd takes on Brian Anderson. Any thoughts on this match, Harper or Doc, before we go to the finish?
Which one was it?
Scott Studd versus Brian Anderson, Ole's son.
Man, Brian Anderson's fucking... He looks good. Like, physically.
The big bastard, as Bruce Pritchard always says.
But the thing is, when he went for the submission at the end, he should have pulled him into the middle of the fucking ring, because at the end, see, bro, look, he's so close to the fucking ropes. He should have fucking.
Yeah, but that's not the finish.
Huh?
That's not the finish.
No, watch at the end.
When he puts him in the armbar, you mean?
Yeah, he should have pulled him into the middle of the ring to do it.
Let me go to it. All right. Doc, what do you have from it? Okay. He's just got to do this.
Yeah, watch. So, he does his little shoulder breaker.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, he's right by the rope. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. He should have pulled him into the center of the ring. And
his head's on the rope.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He should have broke the hold. But fuck it.
He wins with the.
I've been fucking always saw that thinking, you fucking idiot.
What do you think he told him in the back?
You fucking idiot.
He's cheering him right here, though. All right, but Brian Anderson wins. They then go to a promo with Brian Anderson. I wasn't really gonna play it. They get their point across. Tracy comes out and confronts Brian and Ole. Tracy tells Brian, anytime you want to get it on, I'm your Huckleberry. And JR reiterates that these two will have a no time limit match to decide who will win. And that was that. They then go to a promo. Let me get to it. It is Bullet Bob Armstrong. First, it is JR mentions that Abdullah the Butcher, remember, will be here. And he throws it to a video package of Abdullah, which Abdullah is out there. It's a video package to War Machine. Abby's basically butchering a bunch of dudes with his fork, and then we see Abby getting stitches. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
fly
dude,
right
fuck
there.
That.
There's some Puerto Rico shots of Abby and Cologne going at it. Oh, man. Anyway, we talked about Abby last week and his dark side of the ring stuff, but goodness. Jesus Christ. Boy, they did some brutal shit in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I'm just going to stab you in the fucking head with this.
All right. Doc, are you joining us back or no? Okay, so he didn't want to do it. All right, any other thoughts, Hopper, before I go to the Bob Armstrong promo? All right. Let's go to Bullet Bob. Here it is.
You know what you're in for now. You know exactly what faces you now. I thought when Cornette was going to get a partner, it may be a Terry Funk or maybe somebody like that, a Kevin Sullivan. I didn't know, but I never dreamed it would be Abdullah the Butcher. What are your thoughts on it?
They're exactly like your thoughts, Jim. I never dreamed of it either. I've had a good run going here. I beat everybody who's brought in, and I just had a good run going. I thought, well, I can do it all, but I never thought about Abdullah the Butcher. What do you do with a man that weighs 400 to 450 pounds that's just a raging bull from the Sudan who don't stop till you're trampled half to death? And the more I thought about this, I thought, if I can just keep one thought in my mind, if I can keep just one thought in my mind, Jim Cornette, that if I find some way to get by Abdullah the Butcher, you have got to crawl across the ring in front of thousands of people and kiss my ever-loving feet, boy. If I can keep that in my head on Thanksgiving, you'll be the biggest turkey of them all. Because when I got that in my mind and the people are behind me, baby, we're going to be thinking of things to do that Abdullah the Butcher. He can't do it all. There's got to be a weakness somewhere, and if there is, I'll find it. Because kissing my feet is worth more than a cool $1 million to me, Jim Cornette. That'll be the downfall of you forever. Thanksgiving thunder is going to be a thunderclap heard round the world. Kiss my feet. Kiss my ever-loving feet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Armstrong, Abdullah the Butcher. What a dangerous situation for Armstrong to be in. We'll have more for you, but first take a look at the Smoky Mountain Hotline.
Bob's got a thing with having his feet kissed by a man.
Well,
I don't know, Harper.
Why you gotta judge people?
I don't want my feet kissed by a man.
I don't want my feet kissed by fucking anybody.
Okay, well, there you have it. That's what I thought. Any other thoughts on Bullet Bob right there as he's promoing what's going to happen with him and Abdul?
He looks good, man.
Yeah, he looks good.
He's fucking jacked.
Let's see another picture of him. tinyurl.com/Patreon.
I mean, look at that.
If you want to see what Harper's talking about. He does look good. Holy crap.
I know.
He got that old man strength, man. He's just pumping iron in his house, and Jesus Christ. He's old now, but
right.
He's old back then, and he's still looking just.
I guess I see back then. What he's like. How old is he now? Like he's 80, huh?
No, he's way past 80 now.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah, he did. I can't remember. He supposedly just had his retirement, but whatever. All right, so we'll keep going. He's old, and he's got that old man strength. We get a replay of Boo Bradley causing a no contest from last week with the TV title match. Remember, Cactus comes in the ring and sends Boo and Tammy packing. And then we go to a promo with Tammy and Boo, and here it is. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad I'm not wearing my milk-bone underwear here with Boo Bradley. And I know you probably got a lot to say, but I have been informed by the Smoky Mountain Board of Directors to let you know that because of his actions last week, at your insistence, Mr. Chris Candido's suspension has been extended for 2 more weeks.
What? Excuse me? Who are you trying to kid? No.
Wait a minute. Let me interrupt just a moment. Miss Tammy, hold on just a moment. The director's gotten my attention, and he says that at the front office, there is a long-distance call from Chris Candido for you, and he is holding, waiting to speak with you.
He probably heard about his suspension already. He's probably furious. Oh, I gotta go calm him down.
Well, you better go talk to him. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special confrontation. Cactus Jack and the crazy man, Boo Bradley. Don't you go away. This is going to be something. Man, to me, with Miss Tammy on that rather dubious phone call, if you get my drift, this is a great opportunity.
Well, I had to take whatever opportunity I could because I see a lot of mistreatment going around. Boo, you deserve better than Tammy Fitch and Chris Candido, and I'm here to present the opportunity. Where did you meet these type of people?
Well, back at home, when I was a little kid, Chris used to like have people make fun of him, and he'd give me a sandwich, and I'd go beat him up, and he's my friend, and he'd do good, nice things for me. Yeah.
Where have you been living? What kind of treatment do they give you?
Oh well, but when at home, I was living in a box in an alley. But they give me a nice doghouse in the backyard of the house, but there's a hole, and it rains sometimes. I get wet.
Jim, you mean to tell me here's one of the toughest men in the world. He's living in a doghouse. He's being mistreated. He's being slapped around. Boo, do they even pay you?
Yeah. They give me money. They give me like $6 here and there, so I can go buy like shiny playthings and stuff like that. And
what about
$6?
What about your wrestling money? What about the money you get for breaking bones?
Oh.
Isn't that worth something?
Yeah, well, I don't want to lose it. They say I'd lose the money because I'm not too smart and all, and I'm afraid of losing money, so they hold it.
This is a sad state of affairs, I can tell you.
Jim, it's about time I step in and put an end to this financial situation, put an end to the domestic situation, and put an end to the relationship of Tammy Fitch, Chris Candido, and Boo Bradley. I'm saying, Boo, you stick out your hand to Cactus Jack, and I'll show you that there is another way, the Cactus Jack way.
It's good advice, Boo. You should take it. You should take this advice.
But Chris is my friend. Chris is my friend, and if I'm friends with you, I can't be friends with him, though. You know, and
he's very confused, it seems like.
Jim, he shouldn't have to learn the hard way like I did. No more slaps to the face, no more indignities. You're one of the toughest wrestlers in the world. You shouldn't be out here on a chain. You shouldn't be eating Alpo. You shouldn't be living in a doghouse. You should be with Cactus Jack. Maybe we'll go for the World Tag Team Championship, and we'll show the people here some good wrestling. All you gotta do is walk away.
You got a decision to make, Boo.
But they help make my decisions for me. Because I don't know too many friends.
Uh-oh, I hear Miss Tammy Finch on her way.
What's going on here? But that was no phone call. And I don't know who you think you were. I told you not to talk to anybody. And I told you what would happen if you talked to somebody else other than me. Do you understand?
Oh, hey! Boo Bradley just attacked Cactus Jack here. Boo Bradley's got that chain around Cactus Jack, taking his face first into the concrete wall. Oh my God! She told him something. Now Cactus is on top of Bradley, and Tammy Finch is trying to. She wrecked him right in the eye. We've got a hell of a fight here, and whatever ain't nailed down is a whip.
So you heard it all there. These two end up going at it. They finally, Lance Storm, Brian Lee come out to finally break up the brawl between these two. Harper, what did you have from this as we found out that Boo Bradley is living in a doghouse? He's paid $6 for wrestling so far. They hold his money so he doesn't lose it. Boo is being abused domestically. Cactus tries to tell Boo to shake his hand and he will show him there's a better way, but Boo won't commit to switching to Cactus's side because Chris is his friend, and Tammy runs back out because there was no phone call and Cactus pulled the wool over his eyes. Harper, any thoughts on this? Poor Boo Bradley. He's living in a doghouse and he's made $6 wrestling.
Yeah, you shouldn't take advantage of special people like that.
Come on, bro. He's not special.
Yeah, he is. If he's living in a doghouse, he's eating Alpo, and
that's
going to give him $6.
That was mean.
Poor old Boo.
Imagine if they really were feeding him Alpo.
He would probably fucking eat it.
Have you ever tried Alpo?
No. Eat no fucking dog food?
When you were a kid.
No.
When you were a kid, did you ever eat a dog biscuit?
Oh, fuck. I do that fucking now. Every now and then just to fucking roast up my fucking mom. She's like, you're gonna get worms.
You feast on a milk bone? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's just, because you know how, like, it's just like, this flavor and that flavor and that flavor, they all taste the same. It's all fucking work.
You've tried them all?
Yeah. It's just different colors. That's the only difference. It's all fucking work.
Shit. How many different flavors are there?
Oh, fuck, you know, did they have, like, chicken and beef or whatever the fuck flavor? That's when I was at Walmart, bro. They have cheeseburger flavored dog food. I'm thinking, bro, if this tasted like fucking cheeseburgers, I'll be fucking eating it.
Because it's cheap?
Yeah. I mean, it's just bullshit.
I had a cousin when I was younger. Tried to get me to eat some milk bone dog biscuits. It was claiming they tasted good. I never fell for it. But they were sitting there in like this in the backyard by my grandfather's house, and these fools were just like passing them around like they were like fucking Oreo cookies, man. And it was like they were just eating out of the box. Like, you know how you like just eat a box of just whatever, like, yeah. I don't know. Let's say it's a box of Cheez-It crackers, and we were just chilling outside in the backyard, and they were just eating milk bones like again, like they were Oreo cookies. I was like, y'all are some
whatever.
I must have been like 7 years old, and I was just like, I'm not eating that shit. And but you're not the first person to tell me that you've eaten milk bones.
Yeah, and they all taste the same.
You didn't get worms?
No.
Did it make your breath stink?
No. If it made my fucking coat shine.
You still do that in front of your mom?
No. I've been doing that in fucking years.
Okay. Is she screaming at you to put them down?
She's like, you're going to get worms.
All right. Oh, man. That's nice, Opera. Let's keep moving. We got Bruiser Bedlam versus Jim Cornette with Jim Cornette versus Chad Austin. Quick work of Austin. Bedlam wins with the stomach claw. No surprise there. Harper, anything from it?
No.
All right. We got a really, I'm going to call it a really good promo. I think it's a pretty good one. We got one coming right now from Jim Cornette and Bruiser Bedlam, as they're going to talk about, or Corny's going to talk about the Thanksgiving Thunder tour versus Ron Wright. Here it is.
Gentlemen, as we mentioned, Thanksgiving Thunder is rapidly approaching, and you seem like you don't have a care in the world. This could be your last go-around there.
No, it's not going to be my last go-around. You see that kid in the ring right there that Bruiser Bedlam just got finished with?
I saw him.
That is Ron Wright 40 years ago, because let me tell you something, Ron Wright, I'm sick and tired of hearing about how you were the greatest wrestler in the history of Knoxville, how the Wright brothers, Ron and Don Wright, rode roughshod over all the tag teams, how that Ron Wright was the toughest, meanest old coot that ever lived. Let me tell you something right now, Ron Wright. First of all, you were a second-class wrestler, and you were a third-class fighter.
That's not true, and you know it. That's not true.
And there ain't no tough men in Tennessee to begin with, nor anywhere around here except for Bruiser Bedlam and the men that I manage. So the Wright brothers, and Ron Wright in particular, he beat a bunch of pansies.
We're not talking about Wilbur and Orville here. We're talking about Don and Ron, Cornette.
That's exactly right. Ron Wright beat a bunch of pansies and a bunch of sissies. He never beat nobody in his stinking life. And now he's 117 years old. When he was in school, they didn't have history. I told Ron Wright one time, I said, Ron Wright, at your age. And he died. Do you realize that?
That's really funny.
So now, Ron Wright, you want to get back in the ring? You want to relive the glory years? Well, this man right here is going to tear up the dirty white boy, and then I'm going to take your old, decrepit, 742-year-old Methuselah Geritol drinking carcass, and I'm going to whip you like I did before, and I'm going to break you in half, and I'm going to take that hip implant out, and I'm going to break that knee, and I'm going to send that arthritis-ridden body back to the rest home in Sunnydale where you belong. And then, the crowning achievement of my career. Bob Armstrong, you know, they say sometimes...
You better rethink this Abdullah thing. He can't be controlled.
Oh, of course he can be controlled. He can be controlled by who's got the money and who's got the food, and I got both. And you see something, Bob Armstrong, about Abdullah the Butcher? He don't play no favorites. He'll slice and dice anybody just like a kitchen utensil. And they say sometimes these champ games, these close contests between two athletes or two teams of top caliber go down to the wire. So maybe it's only fitting that this has gone down to the final conflict. The last time I'll be able to send a man after Bob Armstrong is at Thanksgiving Thunder. Then I can never darken his doorstep again. And Bob Armstrong, if you beat Abdullah the Butcher, something that nobody has done, at least in this country in the past 10 years, and maybe anywhere in the world.
You're right about that.
That's how I'm exactly right, because I checked my facts out. If you beat Abdullah the Butcher, Bob Armstrong, then I gotta crawl across the ring and kiss your feet. And I would rather die, and I'm sure these people would like to see me die anyway, but I would rather die than kiss your feet, you stinking redneck, because I hate your guts, and I have since day one of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. But if Abdullah the Butcher beats Bob Armstrong, then Jim, he is gone from Smoky. No commissioner, no wrestler, he can't referee, he can't sell popcorn, and Thanksgiving Thunder is going to be Jim Cornette's crowning achievement. I'm going to destroy two legends in the same night, Ron Wright and Bob Armstrong, and I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. You know I'm more of a man than you realize. Look at that arm right there. It's as big as your, well, no, nothing's as big as your head.
I prefer not to look at any part of your anatomy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you something. It could be the final showdown for Jim Cornette, too. Don't forget that part of it, and we'll be right back.
Bedlam pushes Jim Ross at the end of it. JR was definitely a little bit more sturdy and could take it, unlike Bob Cotto, who looked like he was literally about to tip over. I thought that Corny did a good job of running down Ron right there, called him a second-rate wrestler and a third-rate tough guy, told him to act his age, and if he did that, he would die. Harper, what are your thoughts on the promo right there leading up to Thanksgiving Thunder?
Yeah, that's another bullet, Bob. You know, he's got to leave Smoky Mountain Wrestling. You know, it's the same movie.
Same movie, same chapter.
Yeah, the same characters.
Doc kind of spoiled something with us last week. And
yeah, what a dick.
Yeah, that was messed up. He shouldn't have done that.
What happened?
Oh, we're back. We were. I gotta give you credit. That was a really good job of sitting quiet. I've never heard you sit quiet for that long.
You had a poo.
So, I don't know what he was talking about right there, but so here's the thing. I think they do a good job of like trying to sell us on it, and I think if Doc is back, I think the fact that it's Abdullah the Butcher, or was supposed to be Abdullah the Butcher, that was actually a positive because that is someone quote unquote new we haven't seen. But Harper, I think you're also on to something when you talk about, same movie, same chapter, same scene.
Old bullet. Bob's got to go. You can't come back, but he always comes back.
We've been at this clip for a while. So let's keep going. So after that, Jim Ross throws into a promo with Cactus Jack, Lance Storm, Primetime Brian Lee with Les Thatcher, and I'm not going to play the whole thing, but Cactus Jack begs Lance and Brian Lee to help him out at Thanksgiving Thunder. I guess this is a bit of a spoiler, but whatever. Brian Lee and Cactus will tag together at Thanksgiving Thunder, and that's all I can really say about it right now. So there you go. Brian Lee and Cactus will be tagging together. Harper, do you have any thoughts from it? I wasn't going to play the whole thing.
Man, fucking, he's... Cactus Jack was really dedicated, huh?
Of course he was.
When he's beating on a fucking locker, when he's sitting on the floor and everything, and it's...
Watch it again. Watch Lance Storm. We're watching it on Patreon right now. tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Watch Lance Storm when Cactus throws his head into the locker. Watch Lance's reaction. He wasn't expecting that. He was like, whoa. Even Les Thatcher's like, Jesus Christ, this guy just rammed his head up against this locker a couple of times. He is dedicated. He didn't, one thing about it, Cactus would put his body on the line and just look at him with that Bruiser Brody shirt on.
Yes, I saw that.
Cactus would throw his body on the line. I mean, we saw it when, in WCW a lot. He would take those crazy bumps where his body would just splat on the floor. So anyway, I again, this was good. It was short. It was good though. But they're going to work their way towards Thanksgiving Thunder, and we're going to have his tag match. So we'll see what happens there. Harper, any other thoughts on it?
You think you wore that for Abdullah?
I didn't tie those two together, but I mean they're not tied in together for this possible match, but maybe so.
Yeah.
What does Brian Lee have on? Can you pick up what's on that shirt?
I don't know what that is. I can't see it that well.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Because my shit's,
And it's blurry too. It's not like the high resolution footage. So then after JR with the Cactus promo, after Cactus, Storm, and then Primetime Brian Lee with Les Thatcher, they go to a recap of the Gangsters getting assaulted by the Pink Neck Rock and Roll Express. It's a recap, so we won't really talk about it much. We then go to Ricky Morton versus New Jack in the main event, and this might set a record for one of our shorter episodes on Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Ricky Morton makes a surprise entrance and cleans New Jack's clock at the very beginning of it. Let me get to it. So we see New Jack coming out, and then Ricky out of nowhere, he cleans New Jack's clock with a chair shot. Then D'Lo comes in and he gets hit with a chair. Mustafa runs in, Gibson runs in. The match actually never gets started. It's just a ghetto street fight, as well. JR calls it that, not me. During the action, he's calling it. Some of the enhancement talent eventually hit the ring to help, but they get their asses beat too. Morton is a chair swinging freak. New Jack is busted open though. We don't see much more. It's kind of chaos. This thing went on for a while. Any thoughts on what's going on here?
Man, we haven't seen this side for them. This side of them ever.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, fuck your double drop kicks. I got a fucking chair.
There's a lot to that. I also thought that, how like on Raw, SmackDown, they'll get out there and they'll cut promos for 20 minutes against each other, against the people that they supposedly hate.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no 20-minute long promo here. It's Morton is pissed, Gibson's pissed, and what does Morton do because he's pissed? I'm not gonna. We're not going to start in a collar and elbow. I'm going to jump you from behind because that's what you did me with the slapjack. And you know, they're it's a brawl. It's not a wrestling match. These guys hate each other. They're not going to get in there, hip toss, arm drag, and that's what it was. And you know, the thing about this was nothing gets resolved. JR says we'll keep our cameras rolling. We'll show you what happens next week, and that was the beauty how wrestling was back then. A lot of times things didn't get resolved, and we would go off air with chaos. And as JR says, it's a chaotic situation. And that's actually literally how the episode ends. They go off air with these guys brawling. Harper, any other thoughts?
This is great, man. The whole fucking locker room clears out for the pull apart, and they can't separate them.
Wrestling the way it used to be, and wrestling the way we like.
Yeah,
it.
bro.
All right.
When was the last time you think Raw or fucking SmackDown went off the air like this?
With a pull apart of some sort?
Yeah.
I don't commit it to memory. I don't know. But I tell you what they don't do is they enjoy on Raw and SmackDown sitting there and yapping for 10, 15 minutes long with a promo. And that's not how guys who don't like each other act. Guys who don't like each other might say a few words and then they're fighting, they're swinging. And it's just they just talk for too long, and I know it's because they got so much time to fill.
Yes.
That's why they do it. But I mean, you know, you see Raw. Generally, every Raw seems to start with a promo that's the first 10 to 15 minutes of the show, setting up the first match of the show that is meaningless. It's kind of pathetic, but I don't know if they do pull aparts. I can't remember that, but I know every single week it seems like it starts with a long promo that you'll never remember by the next week. And that was Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah.
October 29th, 1994, episode 144. Not a ton of promos here. And again, this promo we're still watching on Patreon. It is still going on. This main event.
And then they go outside the ring.
You're right. Eventually, they go outside the ring. You can see New Jack's busted open and bloody. He's juiced. But they're going to keep fighting until the very end. Like I said, JR says they'll keep the cameras rolling, and we'll see what happens next week. So, all right, with that said, Harper, how many disability checks do you want to give this episode? I feel like this was a short episode, even though it was 45 minutes. But how many disability checks you want to give it?
A 7.7.
I'm not going to rate it, but I think you're in that right ballpark. Let me just say it like that.
Why aren't you going to rate it?
I don't rate them anymore. I let the people tell me what they're supposed to be rated.
Oh, whatever.
Well, what? Why is that a bad thing? I want to hear from the people. So we'll keep going. All right, if you haven't already done so, make sure you use the Amazon referral link. It's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. It is a great way to support the show on an ongoing basis. Go buy Bobby Blaze's book, Pin Me, Pay Me. Go buy Death of the Territories. Anything and everything you can get off of Amazon. Again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. All right, let's give out the 5th of Henny or the Government Cheese Award named by Shar Johnson. Harper, who do you want to give your government cheese to?
I'll give mine to Ricky Morton for fucking just going in there with the steel chair and just taking care of business.
All right. I think I'm going to go with Corny because I like how he ran down Ron Wright right there. You know, told him he's so old, history wasn't even a subject in school.
That's nice.
And if he told
He's
him
not
to act his
that
age,
old.
if he told him to act his age, he'd drop dead. I thought that was good. So I'm gonna give it to Corny. And honestly, man, I don't know if Cornette's gotten it in a while. I don't know the last time we gave it to Cornette.
Yeah.
Corny's not. I'm trying to remember. Did he make more than one appearance on this show? Because last week we didn't see him until the 30-minute mark, and
I don't think so. I think that's it. It's just that promo.
Yeah, he's limited himself on camera. Maybe it's because he's exhausted from WWF and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Who knows? All right, well, we're going to get ready to get out of here. Since Doc is mad at us, I don't know why. I don't even know what I said at the beginning of this call. Jesus
Where is
Christ.
he?
But
It's not us. It's just you.
Why are you mad? I'm confused.
You're a dick.
He stayed on the line the whole time. He didn't say a word. He got one thing in one time and then left. He's been sitting there for 40 minutes listening to us talk. Huh. Oh, geez. All right, that's great. Check out the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing with ROH's Brian Malonis and Mike Crockett every single Monday. Check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn. And on every single Monday as well, the northern version of BTT. Slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still good nonetheless. And that's all I got, Harper. Oh, I'm sorry. By the time this airs, they need to go to Wildcat X-Rated, wildcatsports.com, June 22nd, summertime in New Orleans at the Shamrock in New Orleans. So go to Wildcat X-Rated. There you go.
Yes.
Tracy Smothers is on the card. I was shocked to see Colt Cabana would be on the card as well. I did not expect that. So Tracy's there.
Who's he going to wrestle?
Is there. I'm sure that'll be announced. By the time this airs, it would have been announced, but as of now, it's not, right?
No.
Shane Douglas is going to be there. It's a loaded card, man.
See?
Yeah.
I should show up.
I think you should show up just because Tracy Smothers is going to be there. That's going to be a great opportunity to see him in an unfiltered environment, right?
Yes.
Because that's
very unfiltered.
Harper, how off the wall has he been in the previous ones?
He just cusses and calls them motherfuckers and everything.
With his missing teeth.
He's not this Tracy Smothers.
He's better, if you ask me. As Harper said, that's a crazy old man. Hey, Harper, how you doing?
Takes his pants off, man.
Takes his pants off. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he wears a singlet, and then when he comes to the ring, he wears like fucking shorts, right? And he takes them off like it's a striptease, and it's just nice. Like, man, I shouldn't be seeing this.
So there you go. June 22nd, Wildcat Sports in New Orleans at the Shamrock. Go check out X-Rated. Tracy Smothers will be there. Shane Douglas will be there. Stevie Richards will be there. Colt Cabana will even be there. Hardbody Harper will be there as well. It should be a great show and a great time, and it is the unofficial BTT meetup. That's all I got, Harper. Go ahead and hit the tagline since Doc is mad and doesn't want to say anything else, and we can get out of here.
Book it, bitch.
Before we get out of here, I want to say thank you to all of our patrons out there. We appreciate your patronage, and hopefully you enjoy all of our patron shows, whether it's pre-shows, whether it's world-class shows, whether it's the extra bonus shows as far as Patreon shows go, like the ECW one we did and the AWA one we did. We got couple of more that we're going to be getting recorded. It's just a matter of getting them scheduled. But thank you if you're a patron. We really appreciate it. And don't forget, when you jump up to the $5 tier, you're going to be in that tier where you'll get those AWA and ECW extra shows we did, along with the Jim Crockett Promotions pay-per-views with the Bunkhouse Stampede coming up in the next couple of weeks. Maybe by the time you're hearing this, we've already had the first one, but that's neither here nor there. I want to also give a special shout-out to all the Hall of Fame patrons out there. We had a couple of new ones recently, but to name all of them, we got Coach Joey Chase, a.k.a. Willie Chase, Steve Mall, Ron Brown, Kenny Byersdorf, Glenn Abbott, at G.A. WrestleNut on Twitter, Bobby Murray, Marlon Mueller, who is at Half Pints Point on Twitter, Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childry, Kyle Riley, and disrespectfully classy Marky Blassie, Craig Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean, Josh Dunn, Ryan in Auburn, good old Justin, Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Morecci, Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Josh Fields, Chris Myers, Gerald Green, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Jeremy Bryant, Classy Alex, Slider 91 US, David DeVries, Frog Zeppelin, SV Pageant, Bill Salsa, Big Rich, at Spy Boy Sports Cap, R.E. Miller 39, Dustin Roberts, Jay Shiny, Ruben Espinoza, Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin _Andretti, Coleman 822, Marty Howell, and T-Hog 94. Thanks for being Hall of Fame patrons. Did I get Godbold Unreal? I don't want no heat, brother. So anyway, thank you for being Hall of Fame patrons. We appreciate it. Your patronage, again, means a lot. And then check out the Bottom Line Wrestling cast with Mike Prue and his buddy JV as they break down the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin month by month on a weekly basis. They are, I believe, in 1998. But if you want to go back, check out some of their episodes from 1996 and 97 on Austin. Or again, just dive in where they are currently at. New episodes come out every Wednesday morning. They're available on most platforms, including iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, and Google Play. You can find them on Twitter, also at BottomLineCast. Thank you, everyone, for being patrons. Thank you to all the Hall of Fame patrons out there. We appreciate it. Thank you for, I don't know, man. I'm just being honest here. Thank you for supporting this show because it really does mean a lot each and every, we put out 2 shows a week consistently for the free shows, and I'm just grateful that you all out there appreciate that. And that our 2 shows come out every single week on time, no delays. And I'm thankful to all of you who support this show and our patrons on Patreon. Again, it's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT if you're not a patron. So please sign up, consider it. For $2 a month, you get a lot. For $5 a month, you even get more. And, there are other tiers, but that's your 2 basic tiers. So thank you very much. And that's all I got, as Harper always says when we get out of here. Book it, bitch.